Hello everyone and welcome to some MiSTer FPGA news. This week we will be talking about launching games off of your CD-ROM collection, the Super NES core getting save states, updates to the Sega Saturn core, and more. Also, check out my channel sponsor MiSTer Add-ons, a place where you can get all your MiSTer needs, things like full MiSTer setups, I/O boards, accessories, and more. Now let's get to the news. About a month ago, I received a QMTech board with built-in SDRAM. I finally had time to set it up and put it inside QMTech's own I/O board and case. I recorded the process and posted it on my other YouTube channel. So if you want to see how it's done, go check out that video. The TapTo project just keeps getting better and better. Do you have a collection of game CDs that you would like to use with MiSTer? Well, thanks to the TapTo project, that capability is being added. Now the games aren't being run directly from the CD. Instead, the CD is matched to a game ID library that tells MiSTer what core and CD image to run. You will need an external CD-ROM attached to the MiSTer FPGA for this to work. Tim Wilsey also says that you can even burn your own CD images with printed labels, so you can create your own CD library. While this is not really necessary, I still love being able to incorporate my physical game library with MiSTer. The next game challenge on the MiSTer FPGA Discord is Ridge Racer Type 4 for the PlayStation 1. It is a time trial challenge on 4 different stages. The challenge goes until October 27th, and you will need to post your scores on the MiSTer FPGA Discord. RetroFrog is now selling their 3D print files of the case design they made for the Retro Remake MiSTer Pi. The files can be purchased on their Etsy shop for $6. With these 3D print files, you should be able to customize the case to how you like it. For example, printing it in whatever color you want. RMC The Cave is a YouTube channel that recently posted a video talking about the history of an arcade machine that ran on Commodore Amiga hardware. The games that run on that hardware are available on the AmigaVision project. And on the next update, AmigaVision is going to add a category specifically for these games. Antonio Villena is doing an interest check for a micro MT32 Pi that has no screen or buttons. With this device, you will be able to listen to upgraded music on games that supported external sound modules. For example, there were a lot of DOS computer games that were able to play upgraded music if you connected a MIDI module to your computer. The MT32 Pi mimics some of these sound modules so you can get the upgraded music on your MiSTer. Even without the buttons, you won't lose any functionality because the button functions and the visualizer bars are accessible from the MiSTer OS's on-screen display. If you're interested in this, head over to the post to let Antonio know. Ranny Snice released 2 new wallpapers for the MiSTer FPGA. One wallpaper is based on Double Dragon 2 for the arcade, and the second is based on Shadow Dancer for the Mega Drive. You can download these wallpapers when you enable Ranny Snice's wallpapers in the Update All script settings. The MiSTer Linux distro has been updated with the following changes. The Logitech driving wheel module has been updated to the latest version. This fixes broken 32-bit rumble and force feedback. Force feedback has been enabled on the PlayStation adapter. The Nintendo controller driver also has a division by 0 fix. And the release also fixes an issue from the previous release where the updater tried to download it every time. There were also updates for main and menu that support the latest I/O board. A huge feature is being worked on for the Super NES core. Paul B&L is currently testing out save states. Save states are a very important feature for me. I rarely have time to play a game from start to finish, and save states allow me to save my last position and continue at a more convenient time. For cores without save states on MiSTer, I would mostly stick to software emulation on my Steam Deck. However, for some games there is a workaround I use that will give me a similar result to save states. By using level skip cheats, I can continue from the last level I played. Still, some things won't be saved, like lives, inventory, and more, but for some games that won't be a big deal. Now with save states being worked on for the Super NES core, I no longer will have to use the cheat code method. You can test out save state support yourself via the test core that's available on the MiSTer FPGA forums. The beta Saturn core now supports the Sega Stunner and virtual light guns. Some users were having issues with Snax, Snack64, and MiSTercade Remote V2 with this new support. There is a fix though, and if you are a current owner of these devices, you can head over to MiSTer Add-on's website to see the fix. MiSTer Add-ons also updated current devices with a fix. Last week, I spoke about an update to the Genesis MIDI core, but actually, it was an update to a brand new core. It's a new chiptune tracker being developed by Modal Module, and it looks to have a lot of features. One interesting post that I saw showed the core running Game Boy and Genesis sound output at the same time. TapTo released a beta for Konami's X-Men arcade game. This is an awesome beat-em-up game, and depending on the cabinet, can support up to 6 players at the same time. As with all of TapTo's betas, they are only available for Patreon subscribers, but as soon as they are stable, they are released for free to the public. So that's it for this episode. Please also try to support Sorge, the maintainer of the MiSTer project, and other MiSTer developers and contributors on support platforms such as Patreon and Ko-fi. Their hard work allows us to enjoy this amazing project. I also provided links to all my sources in the description. Make sure to also check out RetroRGB.com to see my MiSTer news videos in blog form and to get more retro-related content. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, and if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can get notified of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.